watch the tape, quick turnaround, and turn the page. We all know what's at stake here. I mean, when it comes down to it, we control our own destiny.
It's on to Thursday night as the Bengals' primetime showdown against the Ravens feels like a playoff game in November. Welcome in to Bengals Weekly. I'm Marissa Contepelli. The Bengals look to get back in the win column in this massive rivalry game in Baltimore, with a lot on the line when it comes to the division. So as we get you set for kickoff in this AFC North showdown, we'll welcome in Andrew Whitworth to the show as he gives us his preview against the Ravens. Dave Lapham rolls the film on Cam Taylor-Britt as the corner added another impressive interception to his highlight reel. And on Countdown, I'll tell you how CTB has brought the juice in the secondary. But first, it was a hard-fought battle for all four quarters, but the Bengals' late fourth quarter comeback fell just short as the Texans left Paycor Stadium with a 3-point win. But before we move forward, let's take a look back and recap our Week 10 game against Houston.
But it's time to put this shit on and go to work, man. Let's go out here, don't leave no fucking doubt, man. Let's go out here and fucking dominate.
It's on today. Let's go take it. Chase is on 3, 1, 2, 3, chase.
Wait on me, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Burrow catches the shotgun snap, short pass. Hudson running toward the marker, sticks the ball out.
He's got it.
It looks like he has it.
Yeah.
Hey, Tanner, nice. Way to fight for that, man. Way to fight for that.
Drops back to the 40, fires down.
Whoa!
Caught at the 5 by Trenton Irwin. Touchdown, Bengals, as Burrow delivers a perfect strike.
Great job, T.I.
We are getting a turnover right here.
Like
ball's out.
Push.
Ball's out.
Bad exchange. The Bengals are going to get the ball.
Hey, we're in a battle here now.
Stroud looking right, throws right, caught at the 6, running back toward the middle of the field, diving toward the end zone, touchdown, Tank Dell.
We don't want sacks, we want the fucking ball.
He's back to throw. From the pocket, ball floats way up in the air as he got hit. Bengals are trying to say it should be a fumble. It is a fumble.
Look at the Cowboys.
Take this run game
He does it again.
Burrow grabbed, and he takes a hard hit.
We got 23 minutes. Let's dice him up, Joe.
Now scrambles up the middle of the field to the 5, to the goal line, and he walks in for the touchdown. Burrow throws deep downfield. Chase catches it at the 20. He's at the 10. Raises the ball in his right hand as he cruises into the end zone.
That's that juice we need.
Come on. Come on.
Bowles right, throws, intercepted. The Bengals are running it back.
Get in.
Cam Taylor-Britt tackled inside the 5. It's not over yet. Gives it to Joe Mixon. Knifes into the end zone. Touchdown. Bengals with 3:18 to go.
Great run.
Flings it over the middle. Leaping catch. Boyd to the 50.
Nice.
He's running away from the pack.
Baby.
At the 30. He's tackled inside the 10 with 1:53 to go.
To the end zone. Boyd.
The kick is up, and it is good, tying the game with 93 seconds remaining. To win the game for the Texans. The snap, the swing of the right leg, the kick is up, and the kick is good.
Turn the page real quick. Get ready for a big divisional game. We all know what's at stake here.
I think the team has belief that we're going to make the plays to win. That's a belief that we'll have regardless of the outcome.
When it comes down to it, we control our own destiny even to this day.
Get your juice packs ready, because coming up next, we dial it back and roll the film on Cam Taylor-Britt. Stay with us here on Bengals Weekly. Bengals Weekly is brought to you by AltaFiber, proud to be the official internet provider of the Cincinnati Bengals. Paycor, proud to be the official HR software provider of the Cincinnati Bengals. And Kettering Health, the official healthcare provider of the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals lead the AFC with 12 interceptions on the year. That's just one shy of tying their total from a season ago. Cam Taylor-Britt snagged his 4th of the season when he picked off C.J. Stroud, as the corner's emergence in his 2nd season has been a sight to see. Here's Dave Lapham with more.
Cincinnati Bengals have a member of the secondary that's playing at a Pro Bowl level. Cam Taylor-Britt has 4 interceptions in the last 5 football games for the Cincinnati Bengals. It's not only his level of play physically. This guy has got an emotional presence that the team feeds off of. He's all about football. He plays with tremendous physicality. His emotions are unbelievably positive. The players feed off of Cam Taylor-Britt's energy. Let's take a look at what he's done for the Cincinnati Bengals this year.
2nd down and 10, the Cardinals at their own 1.
Big interception right here. Sam drops into coverage. Hilton doesn't blitz. Now all of a sudden you get a different dynamic going on. Ball is tipped by the receiver. This is unbelievable, the reflexes Cam Taylor-Britt has. Great ball skills. Holds onto that football, pick 6. He's got 4 interceptions. He's returned them for 65 total yards and a touchdown, flipping the field. Again, press man coverage. He's going to do a heck of a job right here. DK Metcalf thinks he's on outside technique. He slides underneath. DK Metcalf, I'm covered. He quits on the route. Cam Taylor-Britt baits the quarterback into throwing the football. Makes a great interception. Get up and return it. Tremendous play by Cam Taylor-Britt right there. Don't just pick it off, return the darn thing.
He throws it up the seam and it's intercepted.
Yeah, baby.
A diving pick by Cam Taylor-Britt. He's running back to the 40, the 35,
Nice.
and he gets tackled at the 34 of Seattle.
This one's Josh Allen. Pretty good quarterback to bait right here. He basically thinks that he's going to play underneath, safety coming over the top. There's going to be a window in here that Josh Allen can throw to. He pump fakes, thinks he was going to go short. He's going to feather it. Nope. Undercuts the football, does Cam Taylor-Britt. Interception in another short field for the Cincinnati Bengals.
Allen to throw, pump fakes, fires a strike,
Oh, baby.
intercepted.
Nice.
Cam Taylor-Britt picks it off.
Cam Taylor-Britt in press coverage right here. He said after the game he learned from his mistake the first time. What he did was he played over the top and allowed the over to beat him. Now he decides, I'm going to undercut it, and I'm going to bait the quarterback into throwing the football to me. Almost takes it back for a pick 6. Puts the Bengals in unbelievable field position, short field. They scored very shortly thereafter, got them right back in the football game.
Stroud fakes a handoff, rolls right, throws, intercepted.
Oh, baby.
The Bengals are running it back.
Get in.
Cam Taylor-Britt
Oh.
tackled inside the 5.
Man.
It's not over yet.
Cam Taylor-Britt is a playmaker. This guy always seems to be in position to make a play on the football. Sometimes footballs find guys. Cam Taylor-Britt's one of those kind of guys. He seems to be a magnet in the takeaway department for his football team. Heck of a player, Pro Bowl caliber player.
There's one division in football where every team is over 500. That's the AFC North. Entering Week 10, all 4 teams were in line to make the playoffs should the season have ended then. But as we move on to Week 11, the Bengals have a prime opportunity to grasp an all-important conference and divisional win.
We all know what's at stake here. When it comes down to it, we control our own destiny even to this day. So get ready for a big divisional game.
There's a lot of work ahead of us. You know, you got to cram a lot of game plan into really about 2.5 days, and so you got to get your bodies right. After a physical, long game like we had yesterday, and Baltimore had the same thing. I mean, really similar styles of games that were just played. Again, our guys got to get themselves ready, and our coaches got to do a good job preparing them in a short span this week.
Challenging yourself with teams like this and situations like this, it's a big opportunity for us.
Fires downfield, caught at the 5 by Trenton Irwin.
You know, something that Zach always speaks about is scoring first and going out there and, you know, throwing that first punch. And, you know, normally, man, when we do that, we put ourselves in really good position. We don't have to dig ourselves out of a hole.
There's a lot that goes into it. It's two teams that know each other very well. So you know the personnel well, they know our personnel well, and that helps in some sense.
You know, everybody got to be around the ball, 11 hats to the ball. You know, we got to stop the run and then try to make Lamar throw the ball.
He's special with what he can do on his feet, so it adds a little extra component.
You know, he's a complete quarterback. Now he's back there throwing the ball. He got weapons around him.
Disguising coverages, disguising pressures. You never quite know what they're in pre-snap. That makes it tough.
Well, they can all pressure, whether it's Queen or Roquan. They all do a good job disguising, coming, and playing the coverages behind them.
It's a college-like atmosphere. It's going to be exciting, though. Their defense feeds off of that. You know what I mean? They'll be doing all their hand signals. They won't be verbally communicating.
Being a defender on the road, when you can quiet a crowd, that feels great. That feels just like making our fans erupt.
Throws, caught by Chase. Touchdown! Bengals!
We've been in these games before. We've been in this situation. We know what to do. We know how to win. We know how to win big games. We prepare for big moments.
When we return, we set our focus on the Bengals' biggest game of the season up to this point. It's a Thursday night AFC North showdown in Baltimore. We preview Bengals versus Ravens next here on Bengals Weekly. Welcome back to Bengals Weekly. The Bengals are back on prime time, this time under the lights at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Bengals legend Andrew Whitworth is in his second season providing analysis on Prime's coverage of Thursday Night Football. Big Whit now joins Dan Horde to give us his preview.
He was a 4-time Pro Bowler. He was the NFL's Man of the Year in 2021, and one day he will be in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. It is great to visit with our friend, Andrew Whitworth. Which are going to be part of the broadcast team on Thursday night when the Bengals take on the Ravens, and you were part of that rivalry 22 times. What stands out about Bengals-Ravens games?
Man, I got so many good stories of playing those games. Some really good ones. I think one of my first starts in primetime actually was Bengals-Ravens in Cincinnati. It might have been Thursday Night Football, actually, playing Terrell Suggs. So I'll never forget that moment, first time ever growing up as a fan, watching him play, getting drafted to Cincinnati and realizing you got to play him in primetime wasn't as exciting, but it was fun. There's a lot of great rivalries there, man. There's a lot of fun. I'll also remember, I think 2010 or 11 maybe, I tried to finish Ray Lewis after a play, and I found out real quick why he's considered their leader and captain. I've had some great Bengals-Ravens memories, man. It's a lot of fun. The band, the flags. I always loved playing in Baltimore. I tell people now it's still one of the places I thought was the most fun to go play. Just the energy of that stadium.
The atmosphere is going to be awesome on Thursday night. It always is in Baltimore. Let's talk a little bit about Joe Burrow. You two became close back in 2020 when he was recovering from knee surgery and you were recovering from knee surgery. He hung out on your couch in California. What'd you learn about Joe during that time period?
I think just what a rare dude he is, man. I mean, on the football, off of it, just a rare human being. I think I walked away from that. Obviously, playing at LSU, I was a fan of his. Playing in Cincinnati, a place I love. Like two places that I really special in my heart. But I walked away from it just a fan of Joe Burrow, the man, and the competitor.
Final thing for Andrew Whitworth. What are a couple of keys for the Bengals to get out of Baltimore with a victory on Thursday night?
I think they're going to have to be really efficient. I mean, this team, Baltimore's going to mix it up. They're going to do some things similar to what Buffalo did, try to disguise, mix it up a little bit of what they're doing, how they're going to come after you. And they're going to force, the Bengals to have some answer for, if you're not going to run the football, we're going to tee off on you. And so they're going to try to make Joe get the ball out of his hand. And you can't let that pass rush dominate you. But you look at this team, Cincinnati, typically under Joe Burrow, man, they've had a response when they've had a setback and when they've had a loss. And so it's going to be a lot of fun. And then to see Baltimore coming off it too. I mean, somebody was telling me the other day that, man, I can't believe this happened to us. We got their game and they both end up losing. I said, man, this is the greatest thing that ever happened to us. Because if you know Baltimore and Cincinnati, it's going to be an absolute war come Thursday night, because both these teams do not handle losing very well. So it's going to be fun to watch who comes out and gets this done, because I know for Cincinnati, you're going to have to be prepared for all the things that this new offense under Lamar really brings.
Whit, after a Hall of Fame career, you are doing a fantastic job as a broadcaster. It's no surprise. I appreciate your time and look forward to seeing you on Thursday.
Appreciate you so much, man. Thank you always for the time.
This fall, the Bengals and Ohio Cat will be out at a different high school football game, cheering on our local teams throughout the season. Earlier this season, Houday and the Bengals Stripe Squad were out at Turpin High School as the Spartans hosted the Anderson Raptors. Students and fans had the chance to win great prizes, including passes to attend a closed practice later this season. Rule your school and be on the lookout for Friday Night Stripes, because the Bengals and Ohio Cat could be coming to your game next. Up next, it's time for Contepelli's Countdown, where I'll tell you how Jamar Chase has been one of the best deep threats in the league. Stay with us here on Bengals Weekly. Bengals Weekly is brought to you by Betfred, the official sports betting partner of the Cincinnati Bengals, and your local Kia dealers. Visit kia.com to discover movement that inspires. Cam Taylor-Britt has been bringing the juice all season long. The second-year player has quickly solidified himself as one of the top corners in the league and is starting to get the reputation as a ball hawk, as CTB has made it a nightmare for quarterbacks when they send the ball sailing in his direction. Taylor-Britt hauled in another interception last week, making it his fourth INT in the last 5 games, and is tied for third most interceptions in the NFL this season. CTB's 9 tackles against Houston marked a season high, and when quarterbacks have targeted Juice this season, they are completing under 57% of passes, and have posted an average of a 63 passer rating. Cincinnati brings in the longest active streak in the NFL, recording an interception in 7 straight games, as the defense leads the league with a 3.974% interception rate. The Bengals have won their last 10 games, including the postseason, when the defense records multiple picks. Now, as for the other side of the ball, the offense has come out firing in the first quarter. The Bengals have scored a touchdown on their first offensive possession in 5 straight games. That's a new franchise record and longest in the NFL since 2016. The 51 first quarter points the Bengals have scored since Week 5 are most in the NFL. Jamar Chase continues to be a deep threat for Joe Burrow. The 64-yard touchdown he hauled in last week marked the 17th of his career of 40 or more yards. That's the second most in the NFL since the start of 2021. Chase is averaging over 91 yards per game this season and is on pace to set a career high in receiving yards. Uno's 69 receptions is tied for 4th most in the league, as 45 of those have gone for a first down. That's 3rd most in the NFL this season. And as we get set for an AFC North showdown under the lights, the Bengals have won the last 2 Thursday night meetings against the Ravens, as both Cincinnati and Baltimore enter Week 11 after falling short last Sunday. Since the start of 2021, the Bengals own a .692 winning percentage following a loss. That's 4th best in the NFL in that span. This is the 3rd consecutive season the team has started the year 5-4, as Zach Taylor's crew has finished strong, combining to go 12-3 the past 2 years the rest of the way. Contepelli's Countdown is presented by Betfred. And don't forget to visit kingofcincy.com for your chance to win an exclusive game day experience, prizes, and so much more. The Bengals and Betfred remind you to gamble responsibly. It's now time for this week's Kettering Health Fantasy Report. Jamar Chase once again found himself in the top 10 fantasy rankings for receivers for the week, after he topped 23 points after his 5 receptions, 124 yards, and a touchdown against the Texans. This is the fourth time this season Chase has posted over 23 points as he led all Bengals. Tyler Boyd also landed in the top 10 among receivers for Week 10. Boyd recorded 8 receptions for 117 yards, his highest number of the season. As for Baltimore, Lamar Jackson hasn't topped 14 fantasy points since Week 7, as the quarterback is averaging 18 points per contest. Jackson hasn't thrown more than 225 yards since that Week 7 outing and is coming off a game where he threw 2 interceptions. Thanks for tuning in to Bengals Weekly. Kickoff between the Bengals and the Ravens is coming up. For Dan Horde, Dave Lapham, and our entire crew, I'm Marissa Contepelli. We'll see you next week. Bengals Weekly is brought to you by AltaFiber, proud to be the official internet provider of the Cincinnati Bengals. Paycor, proud to be the official HR software provider of the Cincinnati Bengals. And Kettering Health, the official healthcare provider of the Cincinnati Bengals.